The second scenario is the giant leap. We wanted to identify a small set of actions, a minimum viable product, to reach as many sustainable development goals in Europe's vision of a social and green region. We wanted to take a systems approach to explore if we can achieve an acceptable level of well-being for the global majority on a finite planet. We conclude that nothing less than the following 5 extraordinary turnarounds are needed to have well-being for all while respecting planetary boundaries. Ending poverty, addressing gross inequality, achieving full gender equity, transforming the food system and the way we eat, transitioning to clean energy and efficient energy. We argue that these 5 extraordinary turnarounds and the set of economic reforms that will drive them form the basis of a well-being economy. It is not a blueprint, but more of a guide for systemic transformation. In this scenario, poverty ends a generation earlier than too little too late. We see gender empowerment in 1 generation, not 10. We see a switch to healthier plant-based diets. There is still meat consumption, but at sustainable levels. And we have carbon dioxide emissions every decade to reach net zero by 2050. The economic model everywhere is circular, regenerative, and efficient. Material consumption of unsustainable resources is reined in, fossil energy phased out, and we see a significant redistribution of wealth. In this scenario, we introduce a universal basic dividend operating like a universal basic income, with dividends coming to all people, sharing the wealth of the global commons and public goods. Who's taking the wealth now? It is not properly redistributed. This is not utopic. This is what is fair and just and what a society in transformation is all about. Why do we think this is important? We know the giant leap will be disruptive. We're talking about a complete shakeup. This is everything, everywhere, all at once. It will create shocks.
So are you ready? Are you prepared for this massive global event that is about to take place? That's going to make all the economies drop like dominoes? Make them all bow down to this World Economic Forum agenda? This giant leap, which is eerily reminiscent of the Great Leap Forward, which was a campaign in China rolled out by Mao, which ended up seeing 15 to 55 million deaths in just a couple years when they rolled this out. It was a plan to industrialize society. You just heard her name off their plan to redistribute wealth. This is not going to be good for the everyday person. They're not asking permission. They're showing you their plan for what you will eat, how you will travel, what you consume, what you earn, what you own, everything. It hasn't gone away just because Klaus Schwab retired or fell back into the shadows. This is a warning. A massive event is about to take place. I've warned you for the longest time. The entire Mar-a-Lago Accord is set up to address this for America. This will be pushed full scale when this new Fed representative gets in there come May of 2026, and it would go full scale. You're about to witness different economies start to drop. Japan, France, Germany, all these different places at the same time, so they can usher in this new restructuring of the global economy, exactly as she put it. Okay, are you ready for a shift to plant-based food? It's happening right in front of your eyes as they make meat more expensive. You're not even going to be able to afford it anyway. So even if you wanted to eat it every day, it'll only be once a week because you can only afford that much if you're lucky. Something big is about to happen. They just mentioned phasing out fossil fuels. How are you going to do that? Wiping out the oil consumption globally? That means a whole new system is about to be rolled out. And as I've warned you forever, it's going to be the beast system. And the only way you're going to be able to participate in it is to take their mark and to bow down to the beast, to be a part of it. And they're going to have all the cool things on the other side. The anti-gravitics, the Jetsons cars flying around, all the stuff that you will not be able to participate in unless you take that mark. This is the global crackdown. This is it. I'm going to leave some links. I'm going to break this down further on the live stream. But this is the warning of warnings here. A huge event is about to happen. It's going to affect every country globally, similar to lockdowns and everything else. But this seems to be all based on the global economy and restructuring it. Okay? So you remember this. We're going to reflect back to it from here many times because this is the blueprint. This is their plan from here on out. Hope you have a plan. Join me for the live streams Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 9 p.m. Eastern, talking about this and a lot more. Hope to see you there. Much love.